Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, Top Gun Maverick was a gigantic success. Unfortunately, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 wasn't. However, Tom Cruise is back with a third Top Gun film. Interestingly enough, at Paramount, even though he signed a production deal with Warner Brothers. I did say when I did a video on that it wasn't exclusive, because it's not. He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Anyway, it's good for Warner Brothers to have Tom Cruise's sort of name behind them as a studio. Warner Brothers used to have, although that's changed in recent years, Christopher Nolan, which was a pretty big deal for them as well. So this is good news, I guess. I mean, I enjoyed Top Gun Maverick. I thought it was a great film. Absolutely staggering sound design. Great on an IMAX screen. It was just a good feel-good film, quite frankly. It was just a decent film. And it seems Tom Cruise is very intelligent. He's aware that obviously, the Mission Impossible films, yeah, I mean, they're not exactly running their course, but the last one wasn't a massive success. It did significantly better on secondary markets, but box office wise, not great. Why wouldn't you just release another Top Gun film if there's a good story there? And then also double up on the secondary markets as well. It makes sense. So let's take a look at this. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Stay up to date on the world of pop culture, movie news, and movie reviews. So Tom Cruise, yeah, third Top Gun film at Paramount Pictures. So that's a third Top Gun film at Paramount, but obviously we know that he signed this Warner Brothers deal, which could see, and I did a video on it yesterday, could see Warner Brothers greenlighting a prequel or a sequel to The Edge of Tomorrow. So Matthew Belloni at Puck reports that Aaron Kruger, the co-writer of Top Gun Maverick, is working on the third installment, and the film is expected to see Cruise reunite with Miles Teller and Glenn Powell, who played Lieutenant Brady Rooster Bradshaw and Lieutenant Jake Hangman Saracen. So, I'll be keen for this. It was a bloody good film. It really was. And also, Miles Teller was pretty good in it. He's not a massively likeable actor, but he was good in this. So Jerry Bruckheimer, David Ellison of Skydance are also on board to produce with Joe Kosinski, either directing or producing the film. Belloni claims that the film could be Cruise's next one, following the 8th Mission Impossible film he's currently working on, which is that... Is he still working on part 2? I don't think he is. Is he still doing part... Oh, I guess he's doing part 8. Or the 8th film. Anyway. And there's good old Jennifer Connelly. Who doesn't like Jennifer Connelly? Anyway. Miles Teller revealed that he was in discussions with Cruise for a follow-up to Top Gun Maverick back in 2022, which makes a hell of a lot of sense because, my God, that film absolutely obliterated the box office. So he spoke to Entertainment Tonight back in 2022. He says, "I've been having some conversations with Tom Cruise about it. We'll see. That would be great, but that's all up to Tom Cruise. It's all up to Tom." The film's director, Joseph Kosinski, also said during an appearance at Deadline's Contenders LA 3C panel, "Is there another story that is compelling enough that we need to go back? It seems to me, at the end of this film, that Maverick has some gas left in the tank. He's not settling down." And you know what? This is kind of one of those films that I can forgive them going back to, just because they did the new one so well. Genuinely, they did that film so well. I understand some people eye-rolling, going, "Oh, creative bankruptcy." I agree with that. I'm 9 times out of 10 the first person to agree with you. But when they did it so well, I'm keen for it, because they seem to understand what made these films hopefully a success and made the last one a staggering success, which is that it was just a bloody good film. Good story, not injecting nonsense into it, just a good story. So, yeah, I'm genuinely keen for this. I mean, there's a lot to tell story-wise here as well. I think they would have to be pretty careful given the geopolitical climate at the moment. I mean, it's not good. It's not good. I wonder what they would do, but yeah, you have to be careful with the sort of state of geopolitics. But there's a lot you can do story-wise anyway. So the report about a third Top Gun film comes after Warner Brothers Discovery announced a new production deal with Cruise, which is like a first look deal. But it doesn't mean that they have to. That he has to do stuff there. So in the press release, the production company stated Warner Brothers Motion Pictures Group's co-chairs and CEOs Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi and Tom Cruise today announced that they will jointly develop and produce original and franchise theatrical films starring Cruise in 2024 under a new strategic partnership between Cruise and Warner Brothers Discovery. Cruise and his production company will have offices on the Warner Brothers Discovery lot in Burbank. Again, it's you've got a home here. We can use your name, and I mean it's like you scratch my back, I scratch yours type deal. It makes a lot of sense. It's good for Warner Brothers. And Cruise did say of that Warner Brothers deal, I have great respect and admiration for David, Pam, Mike, and the entire team at Warner Brothers Discovery and their commitment to movies, movie fans, and the theatrical experience. I look forward to making great movies together. We're thrilled to be working with Tom, an absolute legend in the film industry. Our vision from day one has been to build this iconic studio to the heights of its glory days. And in fact, when we first sat down with David Zaslav to talk about joining the Warner Brothers Discovery team, he said to us, we're on a mission to bring Warner Brothers back. We have the best resources, storytelling, IP and talent in the business, and we need to bring Tom Cruise back to Warner Brothers because he used to be there. Today that becomes a reality, and we're one step closer to achieving our ambition. We couldn't be more excited to welcome Tom back to Warner Brothers and look forward to bringing more of his genius to life on screen in the years ahead. I mean, look, hey, we'll see what happens. For those that don't know what he has done previously at Warner Brothers, Edge of Tomorrow, we already kind of covered that because he could definitely do a sequel. Rock of Ages, The Last Samurai, Eyes Wide Shut, Interview with the Vampire, Risky Business, and The Outsiders. Some of, anyway, or the best considered. So, yeah. And you know what? They were apparently developing that Edge of Tomorrow sequel in 2014, which is crazy to think. Oh no, sorry, not in 2014. That's when it was released. Jesus, that's so long ago now. My brain. But hey, Top Gun Maverick sequel or another Top Gun, a Top Gun threequel, whatever you want to call it. I'm keen for this. I'm genuinely keen. I think this is good news. I would be down for this. Would you be interested in this? Let me know. Anyway, cheers guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.